Well, with the UK weather being what it is, fallen trees aren't uncommon. Getting rid of them can be costly and removing the stumps can be a real pain. If you fancy doing something a bit more creative, then speaking to someone like Iain is the thing you want to do. Iain, what is it exactly you're going to be doing today?
I'm going to be carving that tree stump into an owl, hopefully.
Okay. And how did you get into this? How do you start carving?
I was just messing around, working in forestry, carving mushrooms at weekends, and just gradually progress from there.
And when you say carving, we're not talking about sort of intricate instruments, are we?
No, we're using the chainsaws and nothing else.
And how do you get the detail? How does that work?
We got a smaller tip on the carving saw, which lets you get in and do eyes and claws and things.
And to try and get rid of these fallen logs, I mean, it is a bit of a pain. Is it something you
Yeah.
can do? Can you come to someone's house and
Yeah, I do
remove
quite
them?
a lot of that, and stumps that have been left in the garden, carve them into anything really.
Any shape? Is there any restrictions at all?
Your imagination.
Your imagination, that's about
That's
it.
right, yeah.
So this log here
Yeah.
is going to turn into an owl.
Hopefully.
Well, we shall leave you to it
Okay.
and come back and look at the results.
No problem.
Now, Iain, the detail that you've managed to get on this is just absolutely fabulous. How long have you been doing this?
Been 9 years now.
9 years. And when you started, did you get anything like this, or has this taken a lot of time to?
It's a process.
It's definitely a process. Now, how does the cost compare to someone getting a tree removed or a stump removed to having you down to make a creation like this?
I don't think there's much difference, really.
So it's definitely advisable then?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I would say so, of course.
Oh, and he's made such a good job. Just look at the detail. It really is amazing. And if you did fancy giving it a go, there are local chainsaw safety courses all over the UK. We can't promise you'll be as good as Iain or as fast as our next competitors.
We're here at the Forge, where over 45 farriers are competing in the ancient art of shoemaking and shoe setting, transforming this into this. With a bit of blood, sweat and tears, these men will be showcasing their experience, ability and of course speed.
We're all used to our farriers turning up with pre-made shoes, but today they were working teams to make and fit shoes to heavy horses.
I'm here with farrier Donald Nicol, who competed yesterday in the farrier competition. Donald, can you tell me why this competition is so important?
It's very important just to keep traditional skills and the craft alive, and encourage the younger guys to come along and get involved with it as well.
And I understand there's a lot of changes now in farriery. Why, going back to this ancient art, why is that still important?
I think it's important to keep the traditional shoes alive and kind of just to keep it going and encourage the younger guys again, as I said. But it's also good just for letting the public see what we can do with the steel and the horses.
And there's a big trend of bare shoeing now. Do you do a lot of this work?
No, there is a big thing for barefoot trimming, which is taken over because of the lack of farriers in certain areas. So it's just one of these things that's coming in now, and it's quite popular.
And does that mean people are doing the shoeing themselves or not shoeing?
Yeah, they're not shoeing. All they're doing is just trimming their feet themselves, or they're getting barefoot trimmers to come in and do it.
And is that not quite dangerous?
It can be. I mean, these people go on a 3-4 week course and then they're able to go and trim horses' feet. Yeah.
And how do you feel with the crowds behind you? Do you get nervous?
You get used to it. You kind of ignore it, the crowds being there. Just get on with it.
Absolutely. And obviously today you're showing the big Clydesdales. Does that make a difference showing these animals?
Oh yeah, they're completely different from doing normal ponies. They're just much bigger, just slightly more difficult to handle, but it's something I quite enjoy doing, just because it's something different.
And obviously you're working within teams. Can you tell me how that's made up?
Yeah, what you've got is you've got one guy working on the fire, another guy working on the feet, and the fireman, he just heats up the shoes and strikes for them, and then the guy does the shoeing.
Fantastic. And how did you get on yesterday?
I was quite pleased with the job that I did. I didn't get anything, but I was quite happy.
And will you have a winner next year?
Oh, keep trying.
Fantastic. Well done. Thank you.
As a commentator, speed classes are one of my favourites. With 4 seconds added for every fence down, you know the riders will be going flat out in the hope of winning the title. And to spice things up even more at the Highland, the top 3 have a chance to double their prize money.
Yes, it really is an exciting competition. Let's have a look and see how the riders got on.
Well, this leading lady rider never disappoints. She's always high up the ranking tables.
And she's gorgeous too.
She really is. Ellen Whittaker gets us underway. Zamina. Now Ellen has to be one of the most experienced riders on the field today. First qualified for Horse of the Year show when she was just 8 years old.
Always fantastic against the clock, and let's not forget she won the Hickstead Speed Derby back in 2010.
Yeah, she's not galloping for it today. She knows the ground's a bit testing, but she really is taking every single turn, and the time's not going to be far away.
She's not wasting a second here.
Nope.
Horse jumped well in the Premier Circuit last year and was placed in the Grand National Class at Aintree at the start of the year.
It's won just over £10,000 this horse, but doing rather well, pushing on up to the last. Even with that hesitation, it's not going to be slow, and it's not. 57.83. On to Nottingham-based Vicky Young now, Nethertown's Valentine. This one owned by Gemma Hoare.
This duo haven't been together now for very long. Horse from an eventing background.
Yeah, they are. They have taken place in numerous 1- and 2-star events. Where have they been? Longleat, I think, Weston Park. Up here in Scotland at Blair as well.
And that'll certainly help with the going here today.
Yeah, the horse will be used to riding on grass. It's not big either, just 16-1.
But she's really going for it, covering the ground, pushing the horse on.
It's looking quite quick, maybe faster than Ellen. Jumps really nice over the marsh fence there. Couple of fences left away from home. Is it going to be faster though? Yes it is, 57.63, and into the lead goes Vicky. And just one combination left to go. Nothing's over till this man's been though. It's Keith Shore, Zegrian Z. Pressure's on.
Keith's travelled up with a few rides this weekend, made his way up from Cheshire to the Highland Show.
Yeah, he's doing well, but to date 57.63 is what he has to beat.
And he's looking like he's taking a steady-ish round just now.
Yeah, he's going to have to push on a little bit.
Remember Keith from producing its Magic Max, a fantastic horse. They actually went on to win at Hoys and represent Team Great Britain in numerous Nations Cups.
57.63, that's the challenge today though, and he took this title last year.
Oh, that was a struggle there.
That's gone actually.
Down, yep.
4 seconds to add. Let's have a look at his corrected and final time, 60.46, which means he finishes in third. That of course does mean though, looking at this leaderboard, the 2012 title goes to Vicky Young and Nethertown's Valentine. Now, as we mentioned, what makes this speed class so unique is the top 3 get to go back in and compete against each other for a chance to double their money. This year, Vicky Young made history as the first rider ever not only to win the class, but also to double the £1,300 first prize to £2,600. And as you can see here in the slow motion version of the final line, she had to ride every single stride, but the crowd were right behind her. Well, it was fast, it was furious, and now she's here. Vicky Young, winner of the Speed Challenge here at the Royal Highland. Vicky, how does it feel?
Amazing. I'm absolutely delighted with my horse. He couldn't have jumped better, and he gave me everything. I wish I'd given him as much.
And you've not had him long, have you?
No, I got him at the end of the indoor season. My friend, she's an eventer, and she evented him to 2-star, and she's just had a baby. So congratulations, Gemma, and thanks for doing such a good job with him.
And this speed class here is quite unique because you get a chance to double your money.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be a sort of good thing we could do more often?
Oh, it's fantastic. I don't think I'd win it very often. I think that was just, I don't know. He must love the Scottish air.
A fluke. But you have made history today. You're the first person ever to win it and double your money.
I know, but he's a 5-star horse, so.
And
1-star jockey, 5-star horse.
And when you came in, I noticed you had your feet out your stirrups. Is there a reason for that?
I naturally sit quite up the neck and a little bit crouched. I'm a bit of a slob, really. So it helps me just to sit back, sit on my seat bones. Remember that once upon a time I did do a couple of dressage lessons. And yeah, just try and set myself back up for the ring.